Okay, today we are doing a actual run video of the Traxxas Nitro Sport and the Tmaxx. I did start it, but earlier today I had ran my Tmaxx and I had accidentally flooded it. So it's up and running again. The quick things I'm going to start out with, things you will need is, of course, your fuel bottle. A very small flathead screwdriver, and your heat gun. Make sure when you first get these to go through your proper break-in procedures. I'm not going to go through all those because it should come with your car. It's just you have to go through 5 tanks. The first one you run without the cover. 2 seconds, quarter throttle, let off. 2 seconds, quarter throttle, let off. Second, and let it go till the tank's empty. Second tank, put it back on. Repeat that same thing again. Third tank, we're actually going to half throttle this time. 2 seconds, let off. 2 seconds, let off. Fourth tank, you're going to full throttle. Hold it for 2 seconds and let off, making sure it does not get into second gear. And with your last, it's 3 seconds. And I think I'm wrong about the third tank with the half. No, the second tank where you do a quarter throttle, you actually do it for 3 seconds, not 2. And then the fifth tank, you do it for 3 seconds and then let off and let it sit for 5 seconds, and then keep doing that, and then after that they should be broken in. Things you will need, your glow plug, wrench, just in case you need a new glow plug. I have a pair of hemostats that works very well to get out the glow plug and the little gasket, the copper or brass gasket, whichever it is, that seals it. And it also makes it easier to put it back in there, because I can put it back in there, get it started without cross-threading it, and then using my glow plug to finish it. Now the first one we're going to start out with is going to be the Tmaxx. I just started it because earlier today I was running it and somehow it got flooded. No big deal, you just take out the glow plug, turn it over completely upside down, and use your easy start to turn the engine over until it spits out all the gas. And that's what had happened to me, because it spit out not a lot of gas, but enough that these things have a lot of safety built into them. To set them up, to break them in, with the Nitro Sport, you have a high speed and a low speed mixture screw. On the Nitro Sport, you tighten down the high speed, which is right here. It's this little black thing behind the air filter. You tighten it till it's snug, not tight, because you will damage the seat, and then you back it out 2.5 turns. With the low speed, it is right here. You have to get at it like this. You seat it in while it's at complete idle, and then you pull it out 1 3/4 turns, or until it is flush with the very outer rim of the thread cavity. With the Nitro Sport, the low speed is the same. Just take it out till it's flush with the thread cavity. But with your high speed, since it is a bigger motor, you are going to want to go to 4 turns counterclockwise. Always with RC vehicles, turn your transmitter on first. You will need your heat gun, although Tmaxx does have telemetry, the new one. It has the TQI transmitter, has built-in Bluetooth, and it can, I use either my phone or my tablet, but it will give you your speed, your temperature, your battery, and your revs of the engine. But I still recommend having an infrared thermometer because the Nitro Sport does not have telemetry. So you need to keep an eye on that. The operating range on the Tmaxx is 250 to 270 degrees. So you need to keep it around there. 300 max. Make sure you don't damage the engine. So when you first see me start it, I'm going to drive it around for a second. Get the glow plug wire away from the exhaust. Wait for the Lowe's truck to go by. But once I start it, you will not be able to hear me. It may cut out at first. It has to get warm. I better turn the truck on. See, it shut off because it's not warm yet. See, it's not warm yet, so. Being a little butthead today. They do have to get warm. That's only about half throttle. Yes, it does do wheelies. Once you get everything tuned in well, it will do wheelies for you. The brakes work very well. I actually have my slipper clutch a little loose. If I tighten it down, I'll get a wheelie every time, but you risk breaking an axle. Try for another wheelie. Earlier today, I actually got a max speed in a parking lot of 46, but I actually had to let off. Try for another wheelie. Whoops. If at any time you get a rollover and you can get to it before it shuts off, it will usually shut off. But if you can get to it, just slowly give it gas, because the pickup is at the bottom of the tank. So if it flips over, it's not going to be able to pick up any fuel. But I was able to get to it in time, and I gave it a little bit of fuel, so it continued going. It was able to push more fuel into the line. But that is the Tmaxx. We're going to bring her on home. And then demonstrate the does great on grass as well. And of course, you always want to shut these off by pinching your fuel line too. The Tmaxx actually comes with a little red fitting that pinches the tube.
Right here at the end, as I am trying to shut the Tmaxx off by pinching the fuel line, the fuel line actually comes uncoupled from the fuel tank itself, so the fuel tank begins to completely drain. So that's all the fuel that you see coming out onto the concrete up under the Tmaxx. There was no damage done to the Tmaxx, just lost some fuel. I had to take the tank off and reattach the fuel line and move the fuel line pincher up a little so it wouldn't.
So that's the Tmaxx.
When I would go to pinch the fuel line with that little red pincher, it wouldn't do it again. But that's what that is.
Peace.